I'm Ted Keys in Pasadena, California. Welcome to my Tuesday conference call, a free, high-powered meeting I hold live every Tuesday for top producing freight agents. Go to tedkeysonline.com for complete call information. Then join us weekly to see new, serious, struggling, and experienced sales professionals move more freight efficiently, effectively, effortlessly, and make more money financially. So watch my recorded call topic highlighted there on your screen right now. Then go to tedkeysonline.com and hear more podcasts, read more blog posts, watch more videos, and while you're there, visit my Freight Sales Success Store for top-notch freight moving products to explode your business today. Enjoy watching and applying my Tuesday conference call. Hang tight while I mute everybody out here, and then I'll get going on my call today. Hello and welcome to my Tuesday conference call. I'm Ted Keys, your top freight agent training expert here in Pasadena, California. This is a free, high-powered meeting I hold live every Tuesday for top producing freight agents at 2 p.m. Pacific time and 5 p.m. Eastern time. On the call today, I will show you how to move more freight efficiently, effectively, and effortlessly so you make more money financially. And after the call today, go to my website, tedkeysonline.com, to hear more of my podcasts, read more of my blog posts, watch more of my videos, and while you're there, visit my Freight Sales Success Store for top-notch freight moving products to explode your business today. When you arrive at my Freight Sales Success Store, you will see a number of products available for purchase today, products that will assist you in growing and exploding your freight business. The first product you'll see is my flagship product, my Freight Sales Success Guide. This product is typically for beginner and struggling freight agents. They've received poor training. This will get you off your feet and get you some traction to move those required loads to make the money that you require. Second product there, if you're looking for motivation to get on the phone every day and make those required phone calls to connect with your marketplace, then opt for my Freight Sales Success Quotes. Third product you'll see available today is my Freight Sales Success Skills. This product goes over the specific skills required in every aspect of contacting your customers, quoting rates, getting your freight picked up, in motion, delivered. This, as I said earlier, this profession requires those specific skills for you to relay and perform on your contacts and your customers daily. So those products are available in my Freight Sales Success Store today. And while you're there at my website taking in all this free information, go to the contact page. Go to the contact page, just click on contact and enter your contact details. By doing that, you will receive your personally weekly invite to this and every call. Also, by doing that, you're going to receive the attachments that I send out in those emails for each and every call. A little freebie that you'll also receive just by opting in there and getting on my contact list, receive these emails, is you'll receive my free report, 11 Ways Freight Agents Will Increase Their Income. By the way, that document has been downloaded thousands of times before already. And if you have any questions today, or are you ready to join our top producing freight sales team, then give me a call, Ted Keys. My contact number is 626-309-9141. Today's training topic is how to court your freight customers. One more time, today's training topic is how to court your freight customers. Very important topic for us to go over because it is something that you will have to do in order to keep your prospects and your customers in moving their freight. So for those of you that are on my contact list, go to any one of those email invites that I sent you today, scroll down to the bottom of the page, and we will go over the contacts again at the bottom of the page to talk about our topic today, how to court your freight customers. Just a brief intro. Think back to when you were in high school. Think back to when you had somebody special in your mind, especially for a guy like me or just guys in general. What you had to do is, if you had a special lady in mind, you had to approach them. Not only did you have to approach them, but you had to ask them out, and you also had to court them. You also had to court them. Courting is part of building that relationship. Not only is it building a relationship with them, but you're also, this is for the long term. This is for the long term. That's what courting is. Courting is not only building a relationship and also making that relationship last. That is no different in our profession, because what we have to do is we have to contact our customers, contact our prospects and future customers. We have to introduce ourselves, and then we start courting them. And again, this takes place from the beginning until the end. Now, your goal is to make this relationship last as long as possible. However, that is a brief scenario of what's required to court your customers. But however, let's go ahead and look at that first attachment, and I'm going to get more specific into this. So just go ahead and scroll down and fire open that first attachment, and let's talk about how to court your freight customers. So just a brief scenario here. The wisest man I've ever known told me his secret to being happily married for over 50 years. What is it? Well, shortly after his anniversary, he told me that he and his wife are still on their honeymoon. So, what's his secret? Well, in all that time, they're still courting each other. For over 50 years, they're still courting each other. Well, what does that have to do with your freight business and growing your freight business? Well, it means everything. Think about it. What extraordinary things do you do when you meet the one that you want to grow old with? When you continually attempt to win each other's heart, you build a solid and lasting, strong relationship. Well, how do you convince your customers that you're the only one, that you're the only one out there that really has their best interest at heart? You see, your best customers must be told that they're important to you all the time, not just once a week or once a month or once a year. They have to be told this all the time. You must think in new and creative ways to tell them as well. Again, new and creative ways. Continually marketing to your customers is critical to keeping them as a freight sales customer. Never assume that they'll be loyal just because you have a history with them. Never assume that anybody will be loyal just because you've been working with them for a week, a month, a year, 2 or 3 years. So what can you do to continually court your freight customers? Well, as a preliminary task, categorize your customers into A, B, C, and D levels. For this discussion, we're just going to focus on the A, awesome, and the B, basic level customers. These are customers that you move a lot of freight with. Yes, there are other customers that you may move a load with once a month, once a year. We're going to focus on the customers that you move freight continually with. Now, let me just back up there. As I said earlier, what can you do to continually court your freight customers? Well, moving on to that second page of this first attachment, the first thing that you can and will do is you're going to cover the basics. You're going to cover the basics of the relationship that you have with them. Well, what is the basics? Well, first of all, be sure that your freight service is of the highest possible standards. Be absolutely sure to deliver the value that your A and your B customers expect from you also. Also make it easy for them to buy from you, to actually get in contact with you, and as I said, continually respond to their rate requests immediately or within at least 5 minutes of receiving it. Not sure what their freight service requires? Then just come right out and ask them. So the first thing you're going to do to court your customers is to cover the basics. Those are the simple basics to building a lasting relationship with anybody. The second thing you're going to do, point number 2, is you're going to ensure your customer experience by, I take it back. You're going to ensure your customer experience is exceptional by creating your systems around it. Let me say that one more time. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to cover the basics. The second thing you're going to do to build that lasting relationship in this courting process is to ensure your customer experience is exceptional by creating your systems around it. Now, what do I mean by creating systems around the relationship that you're building with them? Well, this includes, just as an example, this includes inbound and outbound phone scripts, how each team member represents your business on the inside, the orderliness of your freight business, your website, even the colors that you and your team wears. Your customers, remember this important point, your customers are influenced in their purchasing decisions by how they feel about your freight business, not by what you tell them. So second point, I'll say it real quick, is ensure your customer experience is exceptional by creating your systems around it. Bear with me. The third thing that you're going to do to build that lasting relationship is sweat the small stuff with your A and B customers. Let me say that again. Point number 3, third thing you're going to do is you're going to sweat the small stuff with your A and B customers. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, look for little opportunities always to continually stay in contact with them. Send them birthday and holiday cards, even cards celebrating the anniversary of the first load that you ever moved with them. Conduct regular surveys to learn how your customers actually feel about your business, your service, and how you're providing that. Look for gems and opportunities for continual improvement in your freight business. So these are the little things that you have to do. Again, the most important point, find ways to stay in contact with them, to always be in communication, always be building that relationship with them. So that's point number 3, sweat the small stuff with your A and B customers. The fourth thing that you're going to do to continually build your relationship and court your customer is provide unexpected benefits for those A and B level customers. Again, provide unexpected benefits to your A and B level customers. Let them know about any freight service in advance of any mass media marketing that's going to come out. Invite them to special closed-door parties with exclusive freight prices. Make them feel that they're always on the inside of your business. So point number 4, fourth thing to do, is to provide unexpected benefits to those A and B level customers. Number 5. And I can't express how important it is. Number 5, understand this. The fifth thing that you're going to do is, just so you know, it's far less expensive to sell to your existing customer base than it is to find new ones. It is so easier to sell to your existing customer base than to always be looking for new ones. Even though I say always be looking, searching for new prospects, adding to your customer list, but as far as doing business, it's so much easier dealing with your current contact list that you're already doing business with. And the best and cheapest way to acquire new customers is to create raving fans that you already have who will sell for you. And again, that's your existing customer base. That is, continually court them and win them over time and time again. So very important to understand that 5th way to continually build and increase that relationship with your existing customers is to know that it's far less expensive to sell to your existing customers than it is to find new ones. So 5 things, again, that you will do to continually court your freight customers. The first thing you'll do is that you're going to cover the basics. The second thing you're going to do is ensure your customer experience is exceptional by creating your systems around it. The third thing that you're going to do is you're going to sweat the small stuff with your existing customer base, with your A and B level customers. The fourth thing you're going to do is you're going to provide unexpected benefits for those A and B level customers. And the fifth thing that you're going to do is you're going to always be aware, always realize that it is far less expensive to sell to your existing contact list, your existing list of customers, than it is to continually find new ones. Even though you're continually looking for ones, boy, oh boy, though the existing ones you have, they are the most important part of your business. Make sure they are happy. Make sure you're continually building your relationship and strengthening it with them. Let's go to that second attachment. Can't express how important it is to continually court your customers, your freight customers. Let's open that second attachment. This goes hand in hand with our topic today, how to court your freight customers. And that second attachment is 7 rules to great communication. This is all part of building those relationships and strengthening those relationships with your current customers and courting them. Let's talk about 7 great rules of communication. Now, I took this out of the book of Ephesians. In the Bible, book of Ephesians, chapter 4, verses 25 through 32. All of these apply to great communication. When you have great communication with your customers and prospects, they will have this desire to communicate back with you. So let's talk about these 7 ways to improve and build on the communication skills that you possess with your customers and your prospects. The first thing, the first important point, the first way to build great communication is to keep your communication honest with mutual respect. First way is to keep your communication honest with mutual respect with your customer and your prospect. Let me quote scripture on this. Therefore, putting away lying, each one speak truth with his neighbor, in this case, your customer, for we are all members of one another. That's chapter 4, verse 25. Chapter 4, verse 25. Keep it honest with mutual respect. The second way that you will build communication, strong communication with your customers and your prospects, is you will keep your communication under control. Second way, keep your communication under control. What do I mean by this? Well, verse 26 explains it this way. Again, in Ephesians 4, chapter 25 through 32. This is verse 26. Be angry and do not sin. Do not let the sun go down on your wrath. That is what verse 26 says. That goes hand in hand with keeping your communication under control. Again, be angry, do not sin. Don't let the sun go down on your wrath. Don't hold things up. Don't bottle things up inside of you that's going to transition into another day. Just let it go, and in the process, you'll keep your communication under control. Third way, are you going to improve your communication skills? Great communication skills with your customers and your prospects is you're going to keep it timed right. You're going to keep your communication timed right. Well, what do I mean by that? Verse 27, Ephesians chapter 4, verse 27 says, nor give place to the devil. Again, nor give place to the devil. Third way, how you're going to keep your communication strong is to keep it timed right. You're going to say things when you're supposed to say them. You're not going to say things out of order. Don't be tempted. Don't be tempted to go out of order. Keep everything timed right. The fourth way, how you're going to improve your communication skills in courting your customers, in building that strong relationship, is to keep it positive. Keep your communication positive. as human beings, we have this knack to want to talk about the drama and chaos of our life, or the drama and chaos of our loads, why your load didn't get picked up for your customer or your new prospect. Keep your communication positive. What do I base that off of? Well, I base that off of Ephesians 4, chapter 28, and that says, "Let him who stole steal no longer, but rather let him labor, working with his hands." Goes hand in hand with keep your communication positive. Whenever you're in communication, don't get into the drama, don't get into the chaos, don't get into the little minor details. Keep your communication positive. The fifth way how you're going to improve your communication and building those skills, building your relationship, and courting your customer is to keep it tactful. Keep your communication tactful. What do I mean by that? Well, that comes from Ephesians chapter 4, verse 29, which states, "Let no corrupt communication proceed from your mouth. Let no corrupt communication proceed from your mouth, but what is good for necessary edification, that it may impart grace to the hearers," to the folks that you actually say it to. Keep your communication tactful. Use professional and again positive words. Use full sentences. Don't get into, again, the little minutiae and things, phrases that you hear the world say. Use your communication skills. Tell them what you would say out of the conscience of your mind and your brain. In the whole process, keep your communication tactful. The fifth way that you're going to improve your communication skills, I take it back if I said that right. The sixth way is that you're going to keep it private. Keep your communication private. What do I base that on? Well, again, that's Ephesians chapter 4, verse 31, which states, "Let all bitterness, wrath, clamor, and evil speaking be put away from you with all malice." Keep it private. Don't share what you just talked about with other individuals, with other customers, with other competitors. Keep whatever you talked about private between the two of you, yourself and your prospect and your customer, and believe me, they will respect you so much more for it. The seventh and last way to improve your communication skills, again, in growing and strengthening your relationship during this courting process, is to keep it cleaned up. Keep your communication cleaned up. Where does that come from? That comes from Ephesians chapter 4, verse 32, which states specifically, "And be kind to one another. Be tenderhearted, forgiving one another, just as God in Christ also forgave you." Keep it cleaned up. Keep your vocabulary cleaned up. Don't throw anything slang in there. Even if your contact is talking slang to you, be yourself, be professional. Don't use vulgar words. Don't use foul language. Keep your words professional. As I said earlier, nice full sentences, positive words. Yes, absolutely. Not, yeah, okay, I'll get that moved for you, or maybe I'll get it moved for you. Yes, I will get that load picked up and moved for you. 7 ways, 7 rules to great communication. Rule number 1, keep it honest with mutual respect. Rule number 2, keep it under control. Number 3, keep it timed right. Number 4, keep it positive. Again, this is your communication that you're talking about. Number 5, keep your communication tactful. Number 6, keep it private. And number 7, keep it cleaned up. 7 rules to great communication for you to utilize with your prospects and your future customers, and especially your existing customers, to continually build that strong relationship with them and continue to court them so they don't leave you and go somewhere else. Let's go back to our attachments and go to that third attachment that I sent you today. Third attachment states, if you don't have emotion and you don't have passion and you don't love what you do, then you won't be in business. What does this talk about? Well, first of all, you're going to require emotion, again, to speak to your customers, to speak to those A and B level customers, even your C and D levels. But if you don't do it with emotion, they're just going to see you as another freight agent that they talk to. If you don't deal with emotion, okay, and if you don't have passion, if they don't see the emotion and passion come out of you, and they don't see that you love what you do, why should they deal with you? So, have emotion, have passion, and really let your love of your profession come out as you speak to them and build your relationships with them. So just one more time, if you don't have emotion and you don't have passion and you don't love what you do, then you won't be in business. It's that simple. Let's open attachment number 4. Again, very important attachment here, talking about how to court your freight customers. Attachment number 4 reads, in life and in business, success is a moving target. When you stop moving, you will stop succeeding. In life and in business, success is a moving target. Stop moving, stop succeeding. This goes hand in hand with, again, building those relationships, courting your customers. That's all part of your movement. If you just let your relationships, level out or throw them to the side, why would your customers continue to deal with you? So move, keep moving. When you keep moving, you will be successful. When you stop moving, you're going to go out of business. I guarantee it. So in life and in business, success is a moving target. Keep moving. If you stop moving, you will stop succeeding. Let's go ahead and go to attachment number 5 that I provided there for you on the email that I sent out to you today. Attachment number 5 reads as remember. Again, this is when you're actually speaking and communicating with your customers and your prospects. Remember, when you're talking to your prospects and customers, don't be boring like the next guy. Again, don't be boring like the next guy. Be different. The successful freight agent, as I said earlier, continues to stay and find ways to stay in contact with his customer base. The more you're in contact with your customers and your prospects, the more they're going to like you. It's just that simple. The more you tell them how important they are to you. Really, you think a customer is not going to like hearing that? So don't be boring like the next guy. Be different. Always be reaching out to your prospects and your customers. Just continue to reach out. Find ways to reach out and communicate with them. And there's so many ways to communicate now. There's text, there's email, and there's the biggest thing that you can do, and that's the phone. This is the most important communication piece that you can ever utilize, and that is the telephone. Actually having them hear your voice talking on the other line. Let's go on to our next attachment. Our next attachment is so important in how to court your freight customers. Reads, remember when you're calling your prospects and customers, don't sell, solve. When you're in contact with them, folks, your goal is not to, it's not to sell to them, it's to solve their issues. When they see that you're actually concerned and interested in what they do and what's required to get their freight moving, they will love you so much more. So remember, when you're contacting remember when you're calling your prospects and customers, don't sell, solve their issues. It's the solving of their issues that's going to get their business, not the selling of you or your company. It's the solving of their issues. That is the most important thing that you can do with any of your freight contacts on your list. Let's go to our last attachment there. Our last attachment reads, this is a long one, so bear with me, but it's so important. It's so important that I saved it for last. And that is remember when you're talking to your prospects and customers. Again, remember when you're talking to your prospects and customers that our customers are the most important people in our business. It's not the carriers, it's not the drivers, it's our customers and our prospects. Our customers aren't dependent on us, we are dependent on them. When the day comes when you think that you are a step above your customer, that's the day that you will start losing your customers. Our customers are not an interruption. They are the purpose of our work. How many times do you feel, boy, not another rate request? Or do you feel when you get that email, oh, yes, another rate request that I can send out today, and then I'm going to get back to them in 5 minutes or less. Our customers are the most valuable asset that we have. We will not survive without our customers. It's so important that you ingrain this in your mind, into your mindset, just into your being. That is what will keep your business flourishing when you have this attitude. And this attitude, again, is, remember when you're calling your prospects and customers, that our customers are the most important people in our business. Our customers aren't dependent on us. We are dependent on them. Our customers are not an interruption. They are the purpose of our work. Awesome, awesome points today in discussing our topic, how to court your freight prospects. How to court your freight prospects. My hope and my prayer is this just gave you a little insight on how important this issue is, on how and continually court your freight prospects. Questions before I sign off here. And that is, again, you want to receive the email invites. So you have an invite to this in every call. Then go to tedkeysonline.com/contacts or listen to my video and enter your contact details. Once you do that, you will receive the weekly email invite that I send out on this in every call. Do you have any questions about this call that I went over today, or are you ready to join our top producing freight sales team? Then give me a call. Again, that's Ted Keys. I'm Ted Keys. My number is 626-309-9141. Pleasure talking to you today on this most important topic, how to court your freight customers. Looking forward to seeing you next time after you opt in on my website there and get on my email contact list to join me, Ted Keys, on my Tuesday conference call. It's been a pleasure talking to you this week. I'll see you next week, same time, 2 p.m. Pacific time and 5 p.m. Eastern time. Take care. God bless. I'll see you all again next week. Bye-bye. You've just taken a tremendous step forward by watching and applying my Tuesday conference call highlight. Do you desire to earn and learn with our top freight team and Christian-based office? Yes? We're searching for a self-starter who's serious, motivated, and ready to take action right now. Is that you? Go to tedkeysonline.com/contacts and enter your contact details. We provide top-notch freight agent sales training to you. Then you deliver those same skills with confidence to the freight industry marketplace. I'll talk to you soon.